Alright guys, so it is the day before Derby Day. We got the tale of two cars we figured we'd tell you here. Heading to the Roberts Demolition Derby. So we're going to take a little bit of a walk back here and see the difference. This will be your first true ability to see the difference between what I build and what Adam builds. So, first off, just so you know, I had to back both vehicles in.
I eliminated power steering on the truck for more horsepower.
Yeah. Adam's truck's got the power steering delete. Alright, here's mine. Literally just put on the trailer. Paint's still wet. Day before the Derby. That's kind of the way that I do things. Half rear end creasing. Just put my tires on. Barely folded the hood over the front of the bumper. Honestly, I'm really afraid that bumper's going to break off of there. I cut the hole in the hood like yesterday, just put the window chains in. As of today, this morning the car didn't even have a seat in it, but we got that in there now. Try to get up through here. You have to bear with me as I got to do a little bit of a balancing act. She's safe inside though. Got my lap belt put in. I always only run a lap belt. Got to remember which trailer fenders I'm walking on. Roof signs in the back seat, ready to go. More started to crease at one point in time and stopped. Just a basic tuck. I got two rods in the back. I'll probably throw some 9-wire into it when we get there. Other than that, let's see, this side was towards the garage. Yep, this side ain't got no creasing on it. That's me. That's how I build. I'll get that pounded up inside so that hopefully it clears the tires. I'm going out looking to have a good time. So I build the basic car to go out and just absolutely destroy stuff. And Adam builds the tank so that he can go out and sandbag. Adam, tell us about yours. What'd you do different?
Everything. No, they're the same car. It's kind of a neat look. The rules always have a you can do this or you can do that. And I think the best way to learn is to do this on one car and that on the other. So our rules for this Derby, for the first time in a mid-size class that we've run, allow dishing the trunk. Something we're very accustomed to in a full-size, but never tried that on a small car. So my car's dished 6 inches.
Not so much over here.
Bar, and Cody's is 50% tucked to the back window bar. So I think the biggest difference, if I had to guess right now, Cody's is going to pack in all the way up to the back window bar. Mine is going to hopefully stop right there where it's at already and just kind of create more of a wedge than anything. We're allowed to have the back window bar within 6 inches of the window track. So obviously the back glass used to be right in here.
Yeah, 6 inches back.
A little less than 6 inches.
So
just to be safe. Definitely
two pretty big differences. Obviously you can see he got a lot more serious with his creasing. But we'll take a look up at the front of his also, try and do a balancing act back through here. Inside setup, I have the bolt-in cage that I showed you before in the earlier video. Adam has one. Did we bolt this one, Adam?
No, this one's just...
This one's welded in.
Piece welded.
This is, yeah, pieces of a few of our old ones. Similar tanks. We both run M&M Boys tanks. Inline fuel pumps in both of them. Everything there is pretty much the same. Adam, don't let me forget to put a ratchet strap around mine.
Your seat?
Yep. Okay. Adam's got his shifter. He's got a little bit more space than I do. You can see mine. Pretty similar. Similar routing, obviously computers are laying in the same spot. They're a little different in that Adam's is actually the 3800 engine. Mine's the 3100. But bumper, his sitting a little bit lower. His won't come off. He's definitely got his attached a little better. Hood tucked behind that bumper. His threaded rod all go through the front, whereas I've got mine a little bit more staggered. Same diggers. Both just have little tack welds on the strut to keep the suspension up. Front rods both go through to the subframe. Adam runs his window chains different. He likes the 2 by the driver only, and he likes to have this big space here. And I run the A. He runs his super tight. He likes to have it all neat and fancy. I let mine hang and dangle so it looks like Mad Max coming into the ring.
I like to have 2 separate ones with 4 bolts in case. I think the whole reason that the chains are there to keep the hood from coming inside. If the hood comes off of these cars with 6 pieces of 3/4 inch all thread, we've got bigger problems. But when you do 2 separate chains, if it were to happen and one of the bolts pull out, you still have 1 chain there. If you do the triangle, you only have 1 bolt holding the tops in. If that one comes out, you have no chains there. But again, when does the hood ever honestly try to come through there? Flying parts, Cody's is definitely better for that. If someone's tire skips over the hood and tries to come in with you, that's a little better. But
Adam did bolt the fenders on his, which definitely gives him a little bit more strength. My personal reason for not liking to do that, even honestly this creasing I probably won't do on the front in the future. I really don't think it helps much on the front of these cars. My concern is if I'm coming across the track and see that, in my mind it becomes more of a target because it looks so much more open. Obviously, weakness-wise, they're probably the same. It's about a horse apiece. Why? Because if you come in and hit this, it's all sheet metal. You're not going to do anything. The tire's right there. But as a competitor, in my mind, somebody's going to see that and think that it's more of a weakness and it's going to be a target for them. And front white wheels on these things are targets enough as it is. So I do my best to avoid that. But everybody does a little bit different. We'll see how they work. He probably will have a little bit more strength up front. Just threw my door padding in. Still stock shifter linkage on the column. I did pull. I've got a hand throttle up here. Other than that, that should be pretty much it. Temp sensor is pulled on mine. I think we still got to try to find it on Adam's. Maybe we'll try to figure that out before the morning.
I think it's buried in the back.
So we might not worry about it on his. Floating radiators, his got a little bit of foam in it. Mine doesn't, but definitely a lot more space also. So we are going to be up bright and early. We will be the first ones, I'm sure, as always, at the Derby tomorrow. We'll get a little bit of a walk around for you guys so that you can see exactly what's going on. We are going to do our best to actually do a video between the heats and the feature. Hopefully at least one of us makes it through the heat.
Hopefully we're in the same heat.
If we're in the same heat, that'd be really nice. Hopefully one of us makes it through, so we're going to actually try to shoot video of us repairing cars in the pits. I haven't seen anybody else do that, so that's something I'd like to do. Any questions, feel free to shoot them down. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys tomorrow. This is June 2nd, June 3rd. Tomorrow is the Roberts Derby. I don't know when exactly this video will be up because you guys right now are still watching the Cavalier builds, but we might throw these in between just to show you guys real time what's going on right now, since we got another month after this before the next show. So thanks for tagging along, guys, and get goosed.
Get goosed.